Hey guys, today's a new video, and let's get started. So, getting back from my hiatus. As you can see, it's like 10 in the morning, but it's fine. I managed to get a good night's sleep yesterday. I got out early from work, so we can actually do a fairly long video. Be warned, I think it might actually be an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. Or I might just cut it short. I don't really know. So let's get started. So the event-wise, it's something special to be honest. It's Naruto and Nagato. Nagato Uzumaki and Naruto Uzumaki. It's basically just a combo card again. If you want to get the combination card, you can just recharge today or I believe tomorrow. And you need to recharge quite a bit actually. So if you want the actual combination card, you need to recharge. Let's see. Um, let's see. That's 25 fragments at 5k. And you get another 25 fragments at 15k, another at 10k. Basically, you need to recharge 20k just to get the combination card. Now apparently, I don't think that there's any. Okay, no, yeah. So see, normally if you recharge, well, not recharge, but normally if you have a certain combination card, you can get some fragments for free after the event, but it doesn't look like there's any combination card like that for this particular event. uh oh, apparently if you have you can get the 1 year limit Naruto Will of Fire times 50 if you have diamond. But let's see. Oh yeah, I finally got gold Nagato Uzumaki, believe it or not. Finally got him to gold. Let me go ahead and show him. He's right here. I recharged 1,900 gold, and that gave me two Nagato Uzumakis, which was what I needed to get a gold Nagato Uzumaki. Now I'm just gonna wait every Nagato event and basically get like a free Nagato every event, and like after six, 7 events, I'm gonna have a free diamond Nagato. It's gonna be very far off though. But yeah, like I was saying, so it's really just a normal event to be honest. The combination cards there. There's no new collections. There's nothing new per se. If you recharge, you'll get tier 5 items, obviously. You'll get the fragments, but it costs a lot. Actually, personally, I might actually recharge tomorrow and the day after tomorrow for the Shida Tensei passive skill, because I'm really thinking of adding that particular skill to my six path pain, because he can use it because of the Renengan. So I might actually get that skill since it really only needs like 6 Renengan. So that's gonna be interesting to get. Otherwise, I don't really think there's anything else to this particular event. I mean, the consumption itself is fairly okay, especially if you're working on a Naruto, but quite honestly, there's nothing truly special there. The Black Rod Nagato, if you can get it to tier 4 or even tier 5, is one of the most powerful when it comes to hit. It's very useful. So if there, that's something that you could probably try to get, especially if you have trouble against high and in enemies with like a very high amount of dodge. I actually have a tier 5 now, and I'm going to go ahead and show it to you in a little bit, but let's see. Shida Tensei passive skill. Let's see where it's at. The skill description. I don't think they have the skill description on this one, which kind of sucks because normally they do. Um, I'm really not worried. I'm just kind of interested to see which passive skill, which passive, but which bloodlines are needed for the passive skill. But it doesn't look like they're gonna say anything on it right now. Um, oh yeah, but as I was saying, as you can see here, if we go over to my Obito, because that's who I have it on, Nagato's Black Rod, tier 5, at level 147, with plus 8, I mean, let me go ahead and plus 8 black plus 8 polish. The Black Rods have 228k hits, and that is a very large amount of hit actually. Which is fairly useful, especially against enemies who have a stupid amount of hit. It's basically the reason why I'm not taken down by players like Wyram, because his combination card, the Heritage of Kage, has a stupid amount of dodge, and even I have trouble hitting it sometimes. And keep in mind, my guys have usually a good 500k minimum requirement. Oh, 499k hit minimum requirement. on my team. Everybody else is like 1,700,000 plus. So yeah, it has a stupid amount of dodge. But yeah, I mean, event wise, like I said, there really isn't that much else to it. There's a new dungeon, quote unquote new. Uh, doesn't really do anything. To be honest, you can use it to get like free training materials for Nagato, but the chances of you getting that training material are very, very small. You're better off recharging, to be perfectly honest. You can obviously get a Nagato for free, but that's really all you can get, one, and even then it's going to be a bitch and a half to train it up. Um, quite honestly, there really isn't that much else to tell. The skills themselves are okay. They're not the greatest. I mean, I'm interested in the True Planetary Devastation, but even then, that's just kind of like maybe my Sixth Path of Pain can't use it, and I'm not really interested in putting my Nagato into my formation anytime soon, even though he's actually fairly powerful. Fairly sure if I give it a go, I could get him all the way up to a good, I don't know, 7, 8 million if I really tried. But that's not something I'm down for. Everybody else in my team's 7, 11, 12 million plus. Not really interested in that. Now I know some of you asked me whether I got the combination card off of the auction, and in the end I decided not to because, like I said, at the end of the day that was really $600, and I'm fairly sure somebody went past 20K by quite a bit towards the end of it, and even then, so at that point I would have just gotten like second place or even third, and that is not something I wanted to do, so I really just didn't participate in it because it would have been kind of just a waste of money in my end. Um, not only that, I mean, not really interested in getting that particular combination card. I did hear that the true version of it was 16 million plus, which I can definitely believe. It's a very powerful combination card. The abilities that it has are insane, and quite honestly, it's one of the better cards that there is, just simply put. But the thing is that um it's too much money for me. It's simple as that. It's 600K. I make that about $600, I mean. I make that in about a week, which I don't want to spend the whole entire week of my life working for that specific thing and not being able to buy anything later. Um so yeah, okay, it's not only that, so there's this event with Naruto, which is the Reborn event. Now I believe I just saw recently a notification on the Q&A, which don't worry, I'm going to be covering that at the end of the video or later on in the video. I saw a notification on the Q&A asking what do they mean by the 24 hours. Basically at any point in the day, as long as you open one up, you're going to get a timer. Um, it used to be where if you, at the time of the day that you opened it up, is the time of the day to wait 24 hours. So if you opened it up at 3 in the morning, you had to wait until 3 in the morning the next night to be able to open up another one. They changed it recently. It just, you can open it up at any time of the day and it's going to reset when the day resets, essentially. So once Ninja World War resets, that's when you can open up another one. Usually about an hour later after that. So yeah, nothing much to that. Um, you can get reborn keys fairly easily now if you recharge, but that's obviously recharging. I'm not going to be participating on this one simply because there's really no room in my team for Naruto. A lot of you mentioned I should probably get Minato Diamond Reborn, and I'm more than likely going to be doing that simply because that's kind of the way that my team is shaping up. I might try to replace my Sixth Path of Pain fairly soon because Key is kind of weak, to be honest. Um, this is my Kakashi, this is my Obito. They're probably gonna get replaced by the Kakashi Obito Minato combination card fairly soon, and yeah, I mean it's eventually this is gonna become weak, and these guys are gonna be replaced by the combination cards that they are part of, essentially. Other than that, there really isn't that much else to the event. Like I said, it's just a fairly standard event. Combination card, quote unquote new. You can recharge. The consumption is fairly okay. Just mostly items for the two cards, essentially. Yeah, not much else to tell when it comes to the event itself. That's really about it. And okay, so let's go ahead and cover. Yeah, see, that's a combination. I need to get the missing nin team. Let's go ahead and cover Q&A, and let me go ahead and lower the volume. Oh shit, I dropped my phone. Sorry about that. It's because I hold it in my hands. And well, if I drop it, you guys hear all of that. So let's go ahead and go to this and pause this. Let's see. So yeah, okay, that's I already explained that one. I have 51K. What should I waste it on? Just wait for a boutique event. Quite honestly, that's more than likely your best bet. Otherwise, just kind of wait. Really, there. Unless you're looking to get items specifically for certain cards, you really don't have to do anything. For example, let's say that you want the items for Naruto and Sasuke. If you wait long enough for the boutiques to come and you save up enough boutiques, you can just get all of their items and all of their skills for free. Well, quote unquote free. But yeah, I mean, just wait for boutique events. That's usually what I'm gonna do nowadays. That's why I haven't consumed anything. That's why I still have like 50 something K. Because I'm gonna wait for boutique event. I really should be doing Ninja World War. If I had been doing Ninja World War since the last time I said I should be doing Ninja World War, right about now I would have about a good 70, if not 100K gold saved up. But I've just been lazy, not really doing anything on the app. What's the max amount of gold you can get in the Ninja World War? 2,300, but that can change. Simply because if you get past stage 100, and you do defense level A for all of them, that's 100 gold right there, for free. Not only that, if you're number one when it comes to your server, on the number of floors that you got to, during any day, you're gonna get another 100 gold for free. So, the max amount you can usually get is 2,500 because that's usually however much they get to people in general. But if you really try, there is a combination when it comes to your team, a formation when it comes to your team, with certain cards that can actually get you to 1,000 plus. So you can technically get all the way up to as far as you can go in the Ninja World War. So if you go all the way up to 3,000 per day, you get 3,000 free gold per day plus the 2,300 that you get from a reward from getting past stage 100. So it kind of just depends, quite honestly. But in general, most people will only ever get 2,300 gold. Yeah, Shisui, I probably should. How many reborn cards do I have? I have quite a few. I think 4 or 5 at the most. So I have Obito, I have Kakashi, I have Shisui Uchiha, I have Hinata Hyuga, and I do believe that's about it. I don't think I have anybody else. Reborn, only like 4 cards. So yeah, not that many cards, I guess. But those are the 3 that I have, or 4 that I have. Momo's. Oh yeah, cool. I'll hit you up online, see if you can get me the screenshots. That'd be nice. Thanks. Hyacinth. Um, would you recommend the Gold Sasuke? Tobirama's better for Ninja World War. But Sasuke is a fairly decent replacement for Tobirama. Keep in mind that Tobirama, you do need to have the Shadow Clone Jutsu on him, Shadow Clone passive skill on him. You also need to have the what do you call it? Not only the passive, but you also have to have something else on him, which are his items, his tier 4 headgear thing. It's called Hokage armor, but it's like on the headband slot. His tier 4 armor, which is the blue armor, and that's really about it. And if you have about a million ninjutsu attack, you will more often than not get past stage 100 fairly easily, especially if you can overclock. Um, so what's a Kudo Zetsu? It's Black Zetsu. That's really all it is. How do you get contribution in National War? Just participate in general. You can get more contribution faster if you donate gold to whatever village that you're in. Which I am a terrible Akatsuki because I have not participated in a long time. Even though I really should be. Man, who is that? Land of Lightning is fucking cleaning up. Like, see, that's the thing, though. If you are in the Akatsuki, I have to kick his ass. But the idea of being in the Akatsuki is if you're in the Akatsuki, you're supposed to help your, team as much as you can. But the thing is that it's kind of like meh, because, I mean, I could, or I could not. Because you do get gold at the end of it, but it's divided up with however much gold the the village that well hired you essentially gives. So if that village gives you 10K, it's gonna be divided between like 10 people, and even then, it's not gonna be divided fairly. Is this guy gonna defeat me? I don't think so, but he is fairly powerful. That fucking combination card should be trouble, but it looks like I was able to take it down. So let's see, who else am I gonna destroy? I think Hyacinth and like one other person are stronger than me. Morpheus, well, damn, he has that fucking card. He might actually be able to defeat me. Probably gonna defeat me. Yeah, I thought so. You know what? That looks like fucking Hyacinth now that I think about it. Fucking goddamn, man. Look at that. Combo card. That's pretty rapey. That fucking skill looks so awesome. That is really why I want Diamond Madara Uchiha. That would be so badass to have. But yeah, that looks pretty rapey. Yeah, so Morpheus kicks my ass. Um, Morpheus, Hyacinth, those two are definitely above me in terms of power right now. I'd try, but I mean, it's way too much cash to catch up to them. Like, way too much cash. But yeah, essentially, that's really all you have to do is contribute. Just do battles, attack people, defend. Nothing much else other than that. Anyone selling an iOS account, doesn't matter server, I got $150. That's nice. Gold power of destruction is over 16 million. There you go. I know you did a guide video, but I'm still confused on the skills. The Ryu seems to do more damage faster than the 8 inner gates. Ryu will make most enemies down to nothing, whereas 8 gates is a hit or miss. So the reason that you might want to do 8 gates versus Ryu, because Ryu in general can only attack one person and one enemy, and that's it. Whereas the 8 gates can actually do quite a bit more damage in general. So let me go ahead and give you a quick example as to why you might want why you might want the 8 gates versus Ryu. So, man, I haven't done this in a long time, but this is my Madara. Let me go ahead and find him. Which, by the way, that was a waste. Um, Turning my Madara silver, that was a stupid move on my part. I really should have just kept him bronze or saved the money, because I'm really not planning on fucking going to diamond as it is. But where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There we go, my guy. So this is what my guy can do against the... It should be the 8 tails. Hang on, let me put one more person in there just to keep them alive. And that should be him, if I recall correctly. Do we have a curse seal of... Yeah, okay, we have quite a few curse seals of wrath. So this is my guy with what you were saying, well, not what you were saying, but the 8 gates thing against the 8 tails. So let me make sure he actually has the item needed. Okay, yeah, he has everything he needs. So this is my guy, 8 tails. This is what he's got, right? So check it out. This is what he can do. Oh, I forgot I did that. That's cool. So let me go ahead and find the 8 tails Gyuki, and here we go. So the reason Nagatsu's there is just to keep these guys alive. Oh shit, I dropped my phone again, sorry. So okay, he does that, yada yada, demonic statue, okay. So, did you see how much damage he did there? I believe that was like 26 million worth of damage on the 8 tails. Now, watch as the battle goes on how much more damage he's going to be able to deal. And keep in mind, the Eight Tails is actually not immune, but fairly what do you call it? He's fairly resistant to taijutsu damage. So you have to do a lot more damage in general just to damage the Eight Tails with taijutsu because of the amount of damage you can do. Um, Obviously Madara is helping out, but it's really a small amount, and I believe that was 73 million. I could be wrong, but that was 73 million with Might Guy. Um, so yeah, that's kind of why you might want the 8 gates, because while Ryu does do the debuff, which nearly instantly kills everybody, the reason you want the 8 gates is because the 8 gates is more often than not a sure thing. Whereas Ryu, you kind of have to rely on the debuff, and the debuff does not always work on everybody. So sometimes it works against normal chapters, which is fairly useful, but it doesn't work against Tailed Beast, which is something that is kind of needed. So as you can see, it's like around 17, and he dealt like 17 million worth of damage on a critical. With just taijutsu damage using his unique skill, which is the 8 gates, and that's 114. So he's kind of reaching his max amount right now, but he is quite literally demolishing the fucking 8 tails. And it should be over one way or another, because I think the tentacle is gonna fucking regenerate into the 8 tails. Yeah, there you go. But I mean, it sucks, but it looks like these guys weren't able to solo the 8 tails. Well, able to kill the 8 tails. Can't exactly solo it with like 3 people. But yeah, so that's kind of why you want Ryu to do, well, not Ryu, but the 8 gates, because it does a lot more damage than Ryu in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch the skill up to Ryu. So this is the skill that you were saying, Ryu. Look at the difference in damage between the 8 tails and, well, between Ryu and the 8 gates. So I believe he kind of topped off at 117 million worth of damage per unique skill, right around there for Might Guy. That's kind of where he topped up. So like that was his max amount more or less when he got to his to round 30. Now look at what he can do now. So that was about 6 million worth of damage with the Ryu. It looks like I might actually have to cut this video short because my family is coming in. But as you can see, he's dealing a lot less damage than he was with the 8 gates. Like a lot less damage. So let me go ahead and close my door. I'll be right back. Hopefully that's gonna keep them quiet. Probably not going to. More than likely gonna end the video fairly soon. I know it's not the hour-long video that I promised, but it's I guess it's something. If they don't make too much noise, I'll go ahead and keep on speaking. But as soon as they start like going up in noise and making stupid sounds, as you could probably hear right now, more than likely gonna cut off the video. It's been at least 10 minutes. I feel like, yeah, good solid 10 minutes at the very least. It's surprising once you start looking at the amount of time that you want to do versus the amount of time that you're actually doing. Like time seems to slow down if you look at it. But as you can see here, it's barely gonna start killing the 8 tails into the tentacle form, and it's already round 25. They're not gonna be able to kill the 8 tails or even get close to killing the tentacle form, unlike with the 8 gates. So as you can see, that's kind of why you want to use the whatchamacallit, the, oh my god, I can't remember the name of it, the 8 gates instead of the Ryu, because the Ryu does not do as much damage as the 8 gates when it comes to like tailed beasts and stuff like that. In normal chapters, yes, it's better to have the 8 gates, the Ryu, but as a rule of thumb, 8 gates is a lot stronger than Ryu, just as a rule of thumb. So yeah, that should cover that particular question. Let's go ahead and move on to the next question, and I'm trying really hard not to get in the video right now. So okay, I need help. The chakra, how can you get it high enough to use the skill in the first hit? Like, I have the Cursulo of chakra max out, and it takes 1 hit for it to get full. So you can't start out max chakra. Fury, you can, but you need a Cursulo Wrath for that, level 5 or level 3, depending on your collections. But yeah, chakra, you can't start out with 100% in the round 1. Well, essentially round 0. You can do it after 1 turn, so from round 0 to round 1, you can get chakra, but you can't start out with 100% as the battle starts. You need to wait 1 turn. How do you level up jewels? It's fairly easy, quite honestly. So you go to the ninjas, and you go to embed. Then you choose something to embed. You go to this, you choose something. Wait, my bad. That's how to put on. So the way that you level them up, you go to synthesize, you choose a jewel. So I have a ruby, and then you choose you could just put in auto, and I'll choose some random jewels inside your inventory, and you can use them to level them up. You can confirm or deny. I'm not gonna confirm. So it looks like that's Q&A for this particular video, I think. So let's go ahead and check out the other videos, because I know that there's a lot more questions. My notifications had a lot more than this. So let's see. How do you get Naruto's and Obito's Easter skin? You need a recharge. How do you get Anbu kill order? So you go over here, you go to arena, you go to honor, and you can use honor points to buy the Anbu kill order from here. It's a 300 each, and Anbu items are fairly decent. They're not the greatest, obviously, but they're okay. They're decent. Is this the same game as Shinobi Alliance? It's confused. I'm playing on Android, and I guess that's similar. I've never really played Shinobi Alliance, to be honest. Real life keys are in the regular notice. Oh, cool. Mifune doesn't trigger backhand, but his unique skill does. Huh. Could you show me how to beat Dungeon 22-12? Kisame is giving him trouble. Who would be best to seal or stun him? Anybody can really stun or seal Kisame. They kinda just have to hit him. Can you show me how to beat 26-6? What is true damage? True damage is damage that ignores defense. That's really all it is. So instead of dealing maybe 1 million damage because they had 1 million in due to defense, you deal 2 million, which is what you were supposed to. So yeah, it ignores all defenses. Let's see, what was it? 26-6, the guidepost of reunion. Oh shit, it has Itachi. That's probably why you're having trouble with him. Shit. Itachi's kind of tough because you can't stun him. You can seal him, but you need a fairly powerful seal lock. And even then, if you fuck up a little bit, he can stun lock you for what seems like days. I don't really know how to deal with this. I mean, generally I have my overpowered cards on. They can more often than not take care of just about any situation. But for a normal player who doesn't have all the cards that I have, it's going to be a lot more difficult. My biggest advice would be try to use the Kakashi, Minato, Kakashi Obito combination cards. They're fairly useful for this because of the Kamui debuff. It's going to make it so even if they are not silenced, they'll still be able to, even if they attack you, they'll still be just not able to do anything to you because of the nullification effect. Otherwise, really just try to silence as much as you can. Try to get a true silence, I guess. And my fucking brother screaming like a dumbass. That's my signal to end the video right now. I love him, but he can be an idiot right now. So yeah, sorry that I've been on hiatus, but work is insane. Yesterday I actually got to go home early for the first time about uh fuck, when was the last time I went home early? I don't remember, actually. So yeah, I got to go home early yesterday. Got some good sleep. So I'll leave you guys with this. Not much else to it. I'll start covering shit again. But life is life is surprising. So sometimes you get a lot of shit a lot of the time. Sometimes you don't get a lot of shit and very little time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in a new video. Hopefully, I'm gonna be doing as much Q&A as I can, catch up Q&A essentially. I do a couple of showcases, just fuck around with some shit, show some stuff. We'll see. Play it by ear. So I'll see you guys.